including the former Deputy President himself, clarifying what he meant. But we're seeing more and more calls for him to get arrested. Bwana Nabwera, you were here last week and we talked about this arrest and the fact that many people were seeing like there were attempts to silence dissenters. And you mentioned the case of George Natembeya, the governor of Trans Nzoia, and you criticized the way the government looked at it. What would you say about this one?
Not only criticized, and I predicted what would happen, and I thought you saw what happened on Monday. I told you there is something in political theory that says that when the public gets disillusioned with government, they will go with anyone or anybody who is anti-government. So when the government must then be careful in strategy, even if they are dealing with a critical thing as corruption. I just say that. I have a completely different view on what happened yesterday in Parliament. In the sense that Parliament, we have two things to deal with here. Do we want to spend time on political posturing? Or do we want to spend time on solution provision to what is happening? I've read and many times looked at what the former Deputy President said. Truth be told, nobody wants to be reminded. My neighbors were thrown out. My neighbors in Mautuma, they were thrown out. They have moved, many of them moved to Gilgil. Some we had intermarried. Nobody wants to be reminded. But nobody also wants to bury the head in the sand. What can easily cause a situation like that? So the question is, how do we take caution? How do we take caution? And I'm of the view that we should be speaking about what we need to do not to ever have a situation like that. One, deliver credible election. Two, attend to public demand. Basic.
What about the calls to arrest Rigathi Gachagua?
It is neither here nor there. That's why I call it political posturing. It's neither here nor there. Do you want to cause more disunity in the country? In all these things, there's one thing that we must take care of. A united Kenya. A peaceful state for investment. There's too much polarization. There is too much polarization. Sometimes when things happen the way they happened, at the spur of the moment, I retreat to rethink on how I need to talk to my colleagues and say, look, can we think through this thing slightly more beyond what we are thinking? Yes. Because, Fred, I'm worried that politics of 2027 has come a bit too early. And we may not do much. Who will be hurt? That kid in school. And that's why, and I want to thank my chairman, Meli, when we go to speak as a committee of education, and we said, Meli, we can see money being taken to things that are politically correct, but are not socio-economically correct. Can we provide money for exams? And we did it, right? If we are not careful because politics of 2027 is coming a bit too early. We are going to lose on the economic development. World Bank, I was looking at the statistics yesterday, they are saying they are now revising downwards our growth, which had been estimated at 5%. It's gone down to 4.5. Our debt to GDP ratio is at 62%. Those are the issues, my brother. We all need to be thinking through, how do we deal with this?
All right. Senator, the calls for the arrest of the former deputy president, or for him to be compelled by the police IG to do something,